Today we will discuss about the abnormal colligative property. What do you mean by abnormal colligative property? The abnormality means it must not obey correctly the Raoult's law and the determination of molecular mass by osmotic pressure, elevation in boiling point, as well as from the lowering in vapor pressure data, what we have taught in next class. In the previous classes we have discussed about the colligative property, about the lowering in vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point and osmotic pressure. From this data we consider the solution behaves ideally. If that is ideal, means there is no solute dissociation or association in this particular solvent. But all solutes are not of same type. As for example, when we are adding glucose to water, then we get an ideal solution. We may get ideal solution in dilute condition because the glucose will not associate or dissociate in water. But what about your simple say common salt or NaCl? What happens to that? When NaCl is added, then the number of solute particles added is not equal to number of particles that is present in the solution, because NaCl is broken down into Na plus and Cl minus. So one solute particle dissociates into two particles in the solutions as Na plus and Cl minus. In that case, the determination of molecular mass is not at all correct, or the colligative property will not according to the law. In these solutions, when dissociation occurs or association occurs, in case of association, let us give one example. When acetic acid is added to this water, then what happens there? The acetic acid gets dimerized in that solution, where when we are adding two molecules of acetic acid, let's say, then it gives one particle in the solution. In that case, the colligative property will not be correct, because you know colligative property depends on number of solid particles. So solid particle we have added is something different, the solid particle that is present in the solution. So these cases, in case of association and in case of dissociation of solute, gives rise to the solution which gives abnormal colligative property. And this abnormality or the deviation from the ideal behavior, the extent of deviation from the ideal behavior or the normal behavior is given by a factor called Van't Hoff factor. Van't Hoff factor decides, and that is taken as I small I. Van't Hoff factor is small I, that is the deviation, decides the deviation of the molecules or the particles in this solution. Abnormal colligative property will be decided, where I is equal to number of particles present in the solution divided by number of particles added. The I, let's say we are talking about, let's say NaCl. When NaCl is added, if it is 100% dissociated, then what happens? The number of particles Na plus and Cl minus are 2 in the solution, but we are adding one molecule of NaCl. Here the value of I is equal to 2. Value of I is equal to 2, and the particles which is dissociated, we are getting the molecular mass calculation from the osmotic pressure data or elevation in boiling point data or lowering vapor pressure data or freezing point data will be something different than that of the actual molecular mass. Here I is equal to 2, but when we are considering the acetic acid, the value of I for acetic acid, here this is for NaCl, and for acetic acid what happens there? The molecule gets dimerized in the solution. Means when two molecules are added, we get one molecule of acetic acid in the solution. No, acetic acid dimerized in the solution. Two molecules are added, we get one species there. That means the value of I is equal to half for acetic acid. For acetic acid. And this tells the deviation from the ideal behavior to normal behavior, giving rise to abnormal value of the colligative properties. So what happens here? We say the abnormal colligative property, that is, let's say your lowering vapor pressure, let's say del P, that is observed. What is the observation lowering vapor property? And that is the actual vapor pressure. In case of these two are different. Let me analyze a note here. We can realize what is the extent of deviation here. So the molecular mass which is calculated can be represented as reverse of, let's say here, if I is equal to 2, then colligative property will be double, and I is equal to half, colligative property will be half. So molecular mass again for this case will be double because the molecule get associated. Two molecules, this one means the molecular mass will be double. Let's say acetic acid molecular mass is 60. You can calculate molecular mass of acetic acid will be observed. Observed means experimentally what we will say will be 120. But actual molecular mass of acetic acid is 60. So what you observe? Here is the half. So 60 or I is equal to 1 by 2 means actual molecular mass by observed molecular mass. Here is the actual molecular mass is 60. Actual molecular mass by observed molecular mass. Here 60 by 120. This is the value of I, you can say. In case of I may be represented as, that is, I is equal to actual molecular mass by observed molecular mass. Why you will observe molecular mass? Why you will observe 120 molecular mass? Because two molecules of acetic acid get dimerized in the solution. So the observed molecular mass will be double of the actual molecular mass 60. So I is equal to actual molecular mass by observed molecular mass. So here we can say I is inversely proportional to, or the molecular mass, here you can say molecular mass is proportional to 1 by colligative property. Colligative property. This is what is the deviation, and is correctly introduced by the term Van't factor. Here the Van't factor I can be correlated with the colligative properties as this. I is equal to, you can say, del TB, elevation in the boiling point observed, by del TB actual. Del TB actual. The actual, it is observed. Similarly, here molecular mass observed and actual. These are the actual and observed, just reverse relation, because you know the del TB inverse proportional molecular mass, or molecular mass inverse proportional del TB. Again here you can say del TF observed divided by del TF actual. Just reverse one, because you know del TB is equal to 1000 kBW by capital M beta W. This is the elevation in boiling point data, and molecular mass can be represented as inversely related to this one. Here actual and observed was the molecular mass, because you know I is equal to observed molecular mass, I is equal to actual molecular mass by observed molecular mass. Observed molecular mass, because in case of acetic acid we have already taught, that is the actual molecular mass is T, observed molecular is 120, so it is half. I is equal to half. Here also the same way we can represent, and here you can say elevation in boiling point del TB during vapor pressure, del TB observed, del P actual. Again here osmotic pressure data observed divided by actual. These are what is the deviation of molecular mass calculation during association and dissociation of the solid particles. These are what are the relation of abnormal colligative property with the Van't Hoff factor I, and Van't Hoff factor I decides the actual calculation during the dissociation of a solute or association of the solute in the solution. So these are the about the calculation, and let's say if we calculate the I value during association and dissociation, we can correlate this like this. Let us have a calculation of value of I during association of a solute. Let us consider n molecules of A associate to give n molecules of A in the solution associate to give n one molecule. Then here if n mole of one mole of here is there, then what will happen? The alpha is the degree of association. If you take alpha is the degree of association, then what happens? 1 minus alpha is the number of molecules present in the unassociated form, and associated form will be alpha by n, because n molecules associate together. Here what we see here, the total number of particles present in the solution, total number of particles. At first 1 mole is taken, it is let's say 0. If alpha is the degree of association, then it will remain 1 minus alpha. If alpha is the degree of dissociation, then you get associated molecule as alpha by n. So number of total particles 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. This is what is the total number of particles present in solution. But number of particles added is 1. Then what is the value? Here I is equal to, then we can calculate I in this case is equal to what is the observation? The number of particles in the solution divided by number of molecules added. Number of molecules in the solution divided by number of molecules added. Here number of molecules present in solution 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n, and number of molecules added is equal to 1. So I is equal to this one. If I is equal to this one, then we can relate it as I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. What is then alpha? What is the degree of association? Then we can also calculate degree of association as I minus 1 is equal to alpha being common here 1 by n minus 1. So alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. This is the degree of association can be calculated from the data. Right? Now, it is the case of association. When we are considering the case of dissociation, then what will happen? Then here we can write. In case of dissociation, what happens? Let's say A is the number of particles present in the solution. Then it will dissociate to, let's say, B plus C plus D, let's say, cross product. It dissociates in different particle form. Then what will happen? Let 1 mole of initial number is taken. Initial number of moles is 1. Alpha is the degree of dissociation. Then we get, it was 0 initially. Then it will become 1 minus alpha. This will be alpha. This will be alpha. And like this. So total number of particles again present in the solution will be total number of particles here. Total number of particles. Number of particles will be 1 minus alpha plus alpha plus alpha plus dot 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 is equal to 1 minus alpha plus alpha n alpha plus n alpha. This is what is the number of total molecules present, particles present in the solution. Then in this case, we can find out the I value. I will number of particles present divided by number of particles added. Number of particles present 1 minus alpha plus alpha n divided by 1. Here we can also determine degree of dissociation. Here the degree of dissociation alpha can be calculated as alpha n minus alpha is equal to I minus 1. Here taking common alpha n minus 1 is equal to I minus 1. Here we can write alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. This is what is the degree of dissociation of a dilute solution during dissociation of the solute particle in the solution. These are helpful during the calculation of actual molecular mass in case of association and dissociation of the solute particles. This is all about your colligative property and abnormal colligative property. We will switch over to another chapter in next class, that is your electrochemistry. Thank you. Goodbye.